how was the holidays? How was Christmas?
Good, fun, very relaxed. We did nothing.
Oh.
It was great. So
You get any good presents?
just it's all useful stuff now, isn't it? I'm getting old. So
Oh god, it's like socks, isn't it?
yeah, it's just like, oh, here's clothes for the year. I'm like, nice, cool.
Here's deodorant.
Let's go. You know, my granddad still sends me Lynx Africa, of course.
Oh.
Okay, you know what though? I know that was like it's a big meme for a while, right? But it actually smells really nice.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Honestly, I'd happily use it. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't even be disappointed
what
by
is
that.
What's the American?
Axe.
You guys have Axe. Yeah, Axe.
Yes, every teenage boy wears Axe. And it's gross.
Including and CPK.
Yeah. Yes, just as cool teenagers. Hello, fellow kids.
Staying cool.
Yes,
speaking of being old, you've been
Oh.
doing this a long time, CPK.
what a backhanded segue.
What a
I'm
segue to that one, yeah.
Expect nothing less from me. Yeah, how long have you been doing content creation?
I just did my 10-year anniversary.
Oh.
So 10 years is the answer to that.
10 years. Well, you're
10
both pretty old with it,
I haven't
man.
beat
Yeah. Wait, what?
11 years.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, if me and Ellum add ours together, yours is...
Yeah, so
Yeah,
hold
you're at,
that.
what, 12 years? Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we like just win.
You know what? Actually,
that's sadder for me. That's not.
So I've actually taught CPK. Do you remember? I'm gonna call you Cal. I don't know why I just call you CPK. That was really weird. That was really strange when that came out. I was like, that sound felt so wrong. You know, the first time I met you was when we went to Insomnia Dubai.
Yeah, good times.
And you remember the guy who sings the Pokemon theme song? You remember when you spoke to him and he pulled out the card and signed it?
Yep.
I've told that same story to so many people because to this day it's still amazing.
You still have it.
Me too. I wish I knew this was going to come up because I have a signed first edition Team Rocket's Magikarp.
Yeah, I knew it was Magikarp as well because you asked him. I remember that.
And I'm like, if there's some really niche collector who really wants the guy who sung the original Pokemon theme song in English, which I think it was different to the actual original, and now he sells ties.
Yeah, and they stick out like
it's like
this.
It's a tie with a pipe cleaner. Or maybe I'm giving away a secret here. It's a tie, and you can model it any way you want. So you can be like, oh, it's blowing away. He's a wacky guy, but he was very nice. Signed the Magikarp in the club.
The funny thing is though, you're actually the person who would probably buy it. You're probably talking to her right now. It's probably Carl.
Actually, weirdly, as you were saying that, I was like, yeah, no, I mean, I might.
That's what I need right now.
As you can see, my collection back.
I thought you meant of like wacky ties. I was like,
oh,
what?
Yes, I also have a lucrative business. Whilst we've been, how did you get into content creation? How did CPK start?
It was a real fun story. It's probably the same as like everyone else's story, honestly. So I always really liked games. I played games for like as long as I can remember, and I always liked being like the funny guy at school who could like just about get away with things because I was like adorable. I was adorable. No, not quite.
I was adorable,
bro. I feel like the class clowns. I feel like class clowns are those guys who are like they'll get in trouble for being like over the top.
Yeah.
I never got in trouble. I could always just like puppy dog eyes my way out of it, right? So like it was just like I liked trying to be funny. I liked gaming, and I was like, I mean, maybe there's some weird gap for it. So I was actually started to make content really like probably before the actual 10-year anniversary, to be fair. But then, I think we've all probably had like channels that don't exist anymore.
Oh yeah, or still do exist. But...
Yeah, well, yep, but no, they don't exist. Don't look them up. So and then it's a really weird story because I'm assuming you know LD Shadow Lady, Smallish Beans, the legends. One day my friend, we like both followed Lizzie. Like this is literally 10 years ago. We followed Lizzie on Twitter and she was saying that there was no fun things on her Twitter timeline. So my friend replied saying it's because you don't follow me and him. And so she did, which is wild.
Really?
Because I was like, yeah, like literally just out of nowhere.
I mean,
like,
this was 10 years ago, so it wasn't like clout chasing where it's like...
No,
that's
like
insane.
that's, I mean, like it was one of those things. I guess it was just like, we were also doing what she was doing to a much smaller degree, but it was like, oh, cool. Like-minded individuals. And then from there, I was watching one of her streams one time and I saw Small Beans say someone said, where do you go to university? And he was like, oh, in York, but I don't go to uni. I'm at college. And I was like, I am at York College. I was like, this is bizarre. And he replied to me in the stream and was like, no way. Like, who are your teachers then? So I definitely thought I was like full on like trying it on.
Lying.
Yeah. And so like I listed all the teachers that I had for media, and he was like, what the hell? Followed me on Twitter. And then I still remember the day because I phoned my friend because Small Beans just followed me on Twitter. Like the man was a Call of Duty legend. So like I literally called my friend and was like, you're not gonna believe what's just happened. Oh my God, like Small Beans just followed me on Twitter, like actual Small Beans, the guy who made Glint. Yeah, and then because we were at the same college, like I still remember the day I saw him and I legitimately full on screamed Small Beans at him. In my own nervousness, because I didn't really know what to do. And then I think we had lunch together like twice, but then we just became like friends online. And then I started, yes. And then like from there, I like started playing like more Minecraft and stuff, which I'd never really done. And like my initial audience actually crowdfunded me a PC because I was playing on like I was playing on a laptop from Tesco. So you can only imagine the sheer low settings I had to have every game installed on. And then it was like 16 hours to upload a video because I had the worst internet in the world, and it was a tough grind. So eventually they crowdfunded me a PC, which was very sweet. And then I could play Minecraft, and I guess the rest is history because here I am.
Where did the name Seapeekay come from? Is it?
It's my initials. Yeah.
It's funny. I asked that. I was like, someone's like, "Oh, I think it's his initials," and I was like,
it's completely unrelated to California Pizza Kitchen. Like, I don't even like the pizza. And also, like, just out of curiosity, like, if California Pizza Kitchen happened to be watching, like, maybe they're Puffy enjoyers.
Yes.
Stop searching hashtag CPK and replying to tweets that are about me with pizza. Like, it's actually making me mad. I now have a question for you. I'm flipping the script.
All right.
Are you using Avery the Squishmallow as a pillow on your...
Yes!
Do you want to know what, like, it's, I feel like as a grown man, it's sad that I knew the name of it.
Well, we got it together.
Yeah, I use mine as an actual pillow.
Oh, to sleep on it in bed?
Yep. It's very comfortable.
Oh.
It's also now it's very squished, not so much mallow anymore.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we live again now? Is everything back?
Yeah, you've been live.
Look at his face.
Dude, it looks it's had better days.
It's seen.
Sometimes I just gotta like shake him out, you know. There we go. Yeah,
we
got him.
Fun fact about Avery, guys. Avery used to be on the football team. Yeah, I've read the tag.
And now he gets sat on every day.
Yeah, we went into a human claw machine to get him.
Good times.
We got the worst wedgie of our life.
Yeah, that was pure pain.
Well, after the technical difficulties, we spoke about like how you came to be, but
yes.
You know, how was the Dream SMP? You're now on, you know, the Dream SMP. How was being invited to that? How did that happen? Because I don't think anyone knows the story. This
is so fun because I actually was weirdly talking about this a little bit yesterday. It's the first time I spoke about it for a while. So, fun fact was milk. Fun fact, I straight up think I probably asked to join the Dream SMP like 5 times.
Oh.
But it was like super obscure times. So like, you know, I know quite a few people got sort of added after like MCCs, and I started to think there was like links to things. I'm like,
and also there's like lore, a lot of it.
Right, exactly, and like this, and it was like I was like, okay, so people like they played with Dream in this MCC, and by this MCC they got added. So if I can team with Dream on this MCC by MCC 12, like in my head, I was like, there's some like algorithm for it. But then it actually just happened like the most natural way like ever. I think, well, actually, it happened the way that I think Dream does it most of the time. I was just streaming Ace Race practice as I did all day, every day. And he just did that thing, came straight into the chat and was like, Discord.
Yeah. And you
I was
have
like,
an invite to the server.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. You know, tried not to lose my mind at the exact moment.
He's like, oh, great. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know how everyone else did it, like when they got invited, but I asked if I could, I was like, can I just play out the rest of my stream like normal so no one suspects anything? And then the last minute of my stream, I'm just going to log in a really obvious place and then end my stream. And he was like, "That's really funny." I was like, "Yeah, I actually agree." So I was like, "Let's do it." So I just did more Ace Race for like 30 minutes, and then like on a separate instance of Minecraft was like opening it up on my other monitor. Like I logged in and went to the little community house, and then was like, "Oh, I've actually been working on this project, guys. Like, let me show you this project I've been working on." And then it was just the community house, and I was like, "See you tomorrow," and then like closed the screen.
Did your chat freak out?
Oh yeah, like it's the most like the most active I've ever seen like my offline chat, like for like hours after people were, like discussing it, like, "Well, that's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like, it is wild. And what's even more wild is that I'm coming up to nearly 10 months since I was added, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. Literally.
You and Ames, you were added around the same time, right?
I think we were added. Oh, we were invited like at the same time.
Okay.
I always say I was the last person to be added, but technically AMZ streamed their first time after my first time. So yeah, I'm technically not the last person, but you know, it's my cool thing of being the last person in a while to be added. So, but yeah, and then that's how it happened. And again, I am so appreciative of the opportunity to join it. But I do think I was added when there was never a chance for me to do anything on the Dream SMP. Yeah. And this is what I spoke about yesterday, because I was saying, like, you know, I'll always be grateful for the opportunity to like get on. And, you know, I already knew quite a few people because of MCC at this point, but like to get
who you were now.
But, you know, for me, like the big thing for me was like me and Ponk streamed in the same time, like all the time. But Ponk was always on the Dream SMP, so like we couldn't do anything together. So I remember when I got added, I messaged him and was like, "Ponk, like we could literally stream together, like in 2 days' time." I'm like, "This is so exciting." So like it was so cool for me to get to be like in stream and play games with like my friends who mostly streamed on the SMP. And then, you know, I did a few futile attempts at something lore related. But you know, I was joining a server that was like 2 years old.
You were in the egg lore.
Yeah, which is I actually got really lucky because for some reason, Bad just during my like introductory stream where Bad and Ponk toured me around the server, Bad just like teased the idea of the egg again when he hadn't done anything with it for so long, and I was like, "Oh, like is this happening?" Because I like watched every single lore thing when I got added, so that I was like up to date. And Bad was straight up like, don't know, but just thought it was fun. So then, I mean, thankfully, then it made sense that I was in the egg finale, because otherwise, I wouldn't really have slotted into any others.
Yeah.
So it was nice for me to know, like, oh, I have a cool place to like fit into the actual story where it makes sense, because I had huge plans for my like solo character.
Season 2.
I know, but like now I feel like I can't really like roll with the same, because I did one solo lore stream that was big with like cutscenes and all sorts. I mean, a lot of effort for me, because I'm a very lazy boy when it comes to actually doing things for stream. And yeah, I did this whole thing, and people were just like, "Just so you know, by the way, your character can be absolutely anything, and no one can tell you that it's not." And I was like, "Absolutely fantastic! I'm gonna travel dimensions and link every single SMP. Like, why not? Just canonize."
You're like the Doctor Strange of the Dream SMP.
Literally. And then like I remember some people got like so stressed out because like I basically made up this whole idea that if I put 3 items in a chest next to a nether portal, the portal would take me to a server related to those items.
Oh, that's cool.
So I just like teleported myself to the MCC practice server, and people were like so annoyed that my 45-minute lore build up took me to the MCC practice server. I was like, I just thought it was so funny. Like,
where else are you gonna go?
Right? So I was like, I didn't have enough time to like message anyone from like any other servers really that I knew. You know, like obviously I know people on, I would say borderline every like popular server right now, but I'm hardly gonna like DM Grian and be like, "Hey, I've got an idea.
Let me teleport inside your house in Hermitcraft.
I need you to run it by every single person on Hermitcraft within 3 days, because then I need to be there." So, but I had a lot of fun with it. But then obviously that was my one stream of being a dimension traveler, and then I mean it was winding down at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
now
I think it was
season two. You could point your character in a different direction if you want.
Yeah, because it's got to now, because that's such a cool idea. But now I've started it, and so it's like the weakest link. I've started, so I'll finish. So it is. I think that idea might have to go to bed. Sadly.
Do you have any plans for season 2? Oh, sorry.
So could you not bring? Why couldn't you bring that into season 2 anyway? Like if you just kind of brought that same sort of idea
Well, okay,
across.
because now I'm going to live in fear of not knowing what the public knows versus what I know.
Yeah, that's why I haven't.
So I was talking about this because I know there's a few people not coming back, and I was saying that I totally get their reason for it, and I was saying that I think that the idea we had is a little bit like of an easy way to move to a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you knew the full
I'll put it
idea,
in chat.
yeah, I was like, if you knew the full idea, then it will like make more sense. But I can't talk about what the end idea is because then it's gonna ruin it. So I'm like,
yeah, okay.
So like, I was like, I can't really say much, but let me dance around the subject
I
for
don't know
a little
if
bit.
Dream said though how it's gonna start though. I've seen viewers talk about it.
Yeah, so I think it was super heavily implied from Tommy's finale, I think, because they did a whole like, who are you?
So what do you know, chat?
Yeah, chat. Let's just see. Let's just wait and see, shall we?
So what do you know about season 2? Just
Carl said the Dream SMP is ending, so maybe maybe that's a plot twist, guys.
Not much.
So yeah, it's just I don't think there's too much out there, and I mean to be fair, I would say that we also don't know too much, like legit, like there's definitely like an outline.
Well, we have progressed the last couple days.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But I mean, like as a general idea, we sort of know. Well, I was talking about this because it's so funny to me that
they lost their memory. That's it.
When we did, when there was that big call when everyone was like on to talk about like the Dream SMP story stuff, and it was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. How are we gonna wrap up season 1? I was like stood outside of a B@1 in central London for an hour, just on the phone on Discord while all my friends were inside, and I was like, I'm sorry, I've got to take a call about the Dream SMP. I'll be in an hour. Very important
meeting about Minecraft.
Yeah, and then some guy kind of started getting kind of Larry outside and shouting stuff at me, and I was like, all right, guys. Yeah, I was like, guys, I gotta go. For my own safety, I'm gonna go inside.
But might not make it season 2.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought too much about anything to do with it yet. I kind of want to. I don't know. I feel like the idea is I love like improv. I really love improv. And I feel like the concept of going in with absolutely zero idea and just seeing what happens is kind of like how I'd like to take like whatever I end up doing.
Season 1. Like I joined the server with zero plan of a character. Yeah. Which I feel like is the exact opposite of like what Rambo did. I feel like Rambo was so smart. Like when they logged on, they had I think their first stream was like a lore stream, basically. Whereas it was like me loading up Eric's house with chickens and like building pranks and stuff like that.
Let's go.
Is there any like obviously with whenever the Dream SMP season 2 is starting, is there any other plans for any other servers you want to like start on, or like is there any what's like the next thing you kind of want to do on like the interim until that happens? I guess because I guess the season 2 for you,
Seapeekay?
Because I guess season 2 for you will really be the start of the Dream SMP kind of really for you as well, right? Because just kind of really get back into it.
I think that's definitely fair. It's like my thing. Whenever I spoke to people who have been like involved in the SMP and stuff, like I've always said, like I do feel like I never got like the same shot at doing cool stuff. Because like I think when I joined, it was like Puffy was on a little. And that was mostly because like me and Ponk were just like being like harassing Puffy's stuff. It was like, come on, we've blown all your stuff up. Come on.
I did try to I would log on and try to start wars and things with 100%. People to rile them up to hopefully get a reaction. Yeah, and it was usually always like me, Ponk, and Seapeekay just having
the UK time zoners just chilling out.
But yeah, I think you logged on when it almost became like a glorified single player world at the point.
Yeah, like it was like me, you, Ponk. I think like Michael was doing some stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like building stuff mostly. Yeah, Amesy sort of came in, did some lore stuff, and then like pieced out a little bit as well. Like you know, it was definitely like a tough time to come on and do it, but like I obviously wanted to make the most of the opportunity I'd been presented with. I also refused to become a person who would just like jump on and run around for the sake of like knowing I would get more viewers because I was on the SMP. Like it's so again, I've been around like content creation for so long that like I blew up as part of a group for like SMPs, and like I've always been very aware of where I like stood in that. Like if you took the group and put the group on a ladder, I was very aware of which rung of the ladder I was at, and like that was fine. I also knew that if I mentioned or did stuff with the people that are higher up on the ladder, I would get more views from that. So I would like often make videos about certain things or like with certain people in mind. And then like when I stopped doing that and started making videos that weren't that, like they tanked. And so I learned from YouTube, there's no point in me making my Twitch like the same way. Like that would just be really stupid. So like I do miss having it to like go on and run around on. And like I was saying the other day, I was thinking about like I could really just go on and like backdate the stream. I'd be like, oh, 31 days before the last time you saw my character. You can't say it's not true.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, we've done that with live streams anyways, where you're like, oh, after this, but before this, and
right. So I could, but I think for now, like it's just definitely it's a time waiting thing. I think in terms of content for me, I just started like re-uploading to YouTube, but it's like completely different to what I was uploading. So like it's a real rough grind, like back out. Like all I made was SMP content for like 8 years. So now trying to upload stuff that's not SMP content, like it's gonna tank for a while, but like I've built a channel before and like I fully believe I can revive this one from where it's at. And there's no pressure now too, because like streaming is my job and like I'm signed to Misfits, so it takes some of the pressure off of like knowing like, oh, I need to get this video and this video out and they have to bang or else like I'm going to be, you know, financially in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be in this situation.
Also, ultimately, it's nice to make content that you actually enjoy than just being like, oh, I know it's going to do well for views. And
yeah, like I watched the two that I uploaded, I'm working with, it's actually a guy from All Things MCC called Neb, who I like just discovered from my chat, who happens to be a genius and knows all about the algorithm and also happens to be a fire editor and knows how to make thumbnails. So like it's just like having an in-house team but in one person. And like he made the last two videos, or I edited them and stuff, and I watched them back and was like, these are the first two videos I've made in years where I'm like, these were good. Like these were really good. And it's nice. It's a nice feel.
Do you ever reckon you'll get into like, because I mean I know on stream you play, obviously you do predominantly Minecraft, but you also play some variety as well, right? Do you reckon you'd ever venture into that with YouTube as well? Or is it just more like you just kind of want to stick to sort of Minecraft still and but focusing more around you? I guess.
I think the thing is for me, I don't want to like too much of a shock to the system. Like for me, like I love like variety gaming. Like again, I grew up on variety. Like I played whatever game I felt like playing when I was younger, and that was what was so fun about gaming. But like now, like I'd probably stick to Minecraft on my actual channel. And the thing is, I'm at a point now where like between streaming for like 4 hours a day, making sure I'm getting like at least one main channel video out as well. Then I have All Things MCC, which like, granted, I've got a couple of people that help me with that, but like it's still coming up with ideas, making sure they're on time. I'm supposed to have the All Things MCC podcast, but that's literally like, again, I'm already running out of time to get that done. So like the thought of having an extra channel where I upload random games would be a dream, but also like, I can't do it. Like I really just don't have like if I still want to like, you know, see my girlfriend, like I can't do that. So and you know what? I'm quite fond of seeing her. So
yeah, how did the All Things MCC start?
So for those who are those OG fans, it was once called MCC Analysis and History. Super long, awful name.
Technical name,
yeah. I mean, you know what? It was very on the nose because it literally was analysis of MCC and sometimes the history. So it did make sense. And I just started making. I think the first video I remember being like, "This is going to be a really good video for All Things MCC." Was when Sapnap went 9-0 in Battle Box. Like their team won every single round, and it was the first time that had happened. And I made a video called "How Did They Win 9-0?" And just basically focused on, well, it's because Satnap's just a beast.
He's correct.
But I made like a 25. Yeah, I just made like a 25-minute video analyzing like what he did, the decisions he was making, or like my view of what he was doing. Obviously, I don't know what he was doing, but and then from there, like I started posting it on this one, like the MCC Reddit was like picking up a little bit. I think the first video I made was MCC 8. It was around MCC 8.
Oh.
And there was just like a huge gap.
My win.
Yeah, there was like a huge gap in the market. I was like, okay, well, like no one's making like tons of content about MCC yet. And I was like, they're gonna start. Like obviously this was after like Dream and Techno and Sap and George and everyone is like all got added, and there was all the rivalries and stuff. And it actually started, All Things MCC started off as my like variety Minecraft channel. So the first 3 videos on the channel were like what it's like training with Techno Dream and Wilbur, how me, Technoblade, Philza, and Wilbur almost won Minecraft Championship.
The banger titles.
Yeah, and then
when you put every single name in.
Oh yeah, you got it. And then I mean, and you know what, they did, like the first video on the channel hit 500,000 in like 3 weeks, which was like crazy. And then I started uploading videos like analyzing the teams. So when they announced the teams, I was like, oh, MCC. So yeah, the first one was they let Dream and Techno team, MCC 8 team discussion, and straight up I remember it was at that point I was like, this video will bang because it's such a huge deal. Like they're getting to team. That's crazy. And then from there, it was just like MCC 9 teams. And then I just started doing, it started off just being MCC 8 teams, then MCC 9 teams, then MCC 10 teams. And I wasn't making videos that frequently. And then I started taking it more seriously at the end of season 1. And I made a video called All MCC Season 1 Winning Teams and Scores. I don't think I have I'm sure it's somewhere close to me. I had this like I think it was 2 Christmases ago now. Mitch got me a little it's like a notepad, but it's like a digital one. You can like wipe it and then write again. And I found it when I moved into this apartment. And one of the tick boxes was start taking All Things MCC more seriously. And it had a little box and I hadn't checked it yet. And I wrote that in November 2021. And then from there, I started uploading like 3 or 4 videos a month. And then after MCC Rising came around, I'd already recruited like 1 person to work with me. Then MCC Rising came around and I was like, oh, look at all these people who like love MCC. Like I'm basically going to eye up some of the people who I think are like super talented and would have like good ideas and see if they want to work with me on the channel. So that's where I got Orange Juice from, who then ended up going on to work for the Nox crew.
I didn't know he works for Nox crew.
No,
I think he's actually just stepped down. I think he was their video editor.
Oh wow!
So he made the videos for like the updates and stuff. So and then we ended up like with a team of 3, and we were making like 2 videos a week. And then there's also another channel called MCC Highlights, who they have like a really big team, so they can like churn videos out like way quicker than I could ever dream to. But there's like this like joking beef between us because obviously like we are like we sort of like we sort of started doing it I guess on a bigger scale earlier, but then they legitimately make like such good videos too, and like we have this jokey beef, but I think we both are like, I guess it's kind of like in the football thing, with like Messi and Ronaldo, like they sort of need the competition to like keep motivated for stuff. And I definitely think that I know they've had that effect on us, and I think that if we spoke to them, they'd say the same thing. I would assume.
What do you do now in like the downtime? Because obviously season 2 just ended. Like, what would you have any videos between season 2 and season 3 launch, or? Yeah,
so this is actually where we'll probably go. Like, we'll probably upload more than we have been. So like Owen actually stepped down from All Things MCC about a month ago now, maybe. And one of the other guys that works for us, Animagician, is like he's just started uni, so like he's like. I know that name. Animagician. Oh, I mean, he actually made a lot of videos about the Dream SMP, like in the earlier days. Like he made those, like the sort of recaps, but with their own input and stuff. And that was, I actually found Annie because Annie was making MCC prediction videos, but they weren't like doing super well because his channel was like mostly Dream SMP related stuff. And I was like, if you really want to make them, like come make them here. Like, come help me make them. So I honestly, I kind of big corped it, I guess. I like found all the other like
the small ones. You're like, yes, join my franchise.
The smaller talented
Get your
creators.
local burger place and work at McDonald's instead.
Honestly, so like, yeah, and it just sort of stemmed from there. Like, it's just All Things MCC is like my passion project. Like, I love making the content. Like, I still love MCC, and now it'll probably be a whole bunch of like archive videos, so like fun ideas that we have. I know we definitely got one about someone's Sands of Time. I won't give away too much because you know, got to keep those secrets, but we've got like a Sands of Time related video coming out in a little while, and you know, it's gonna hopefully ramp back up because we're in the process of like trying to find Owen's replacement, and which is always tough because I just basically need to hire someone who not only is a good editor but also knows MCC inside out.
Yeah, it's very niche.
And it's tough. And then obviously, like, it's one of those things where like you don't work on every video, so like, you know, it's like working out like pay rates and schedules, and it's just like a lot of stuff that honestly, like, I've got the most horrid memory in terms of remembering to do things. Like, it's never ever malicious, but I will fully forget the most basic things all the times. Like, I'll message Neb and I'm like, did I pay you this month? And he's like, sent you 3 reminders, but nope, you're all good. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm actually just stupid. It's not anything bad. I'm just stupid.
No. Well, so do you have any like other goal besides like MCC and the Minecraft content? Would you ever go like in a different direction, whether it be like IRL or like if you could have one passion project, if you had the time to do it? And
oh, fun. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go down the IRL route. Like, as much as like, I think I'm probably one of the most active going to things people in the world.
Yeah, you really are. You really are.
But like, it's one of those things where like, if they then also became like work, I would probably enjoy them less. Like, getting to go to like premieres and stuff and like events is like really cool, but it's also really cool because I tune out for like the most work I do is like, I'll take a photo or I'll make a little video being like, this is so cool, thanks for inviting me. Like, I don't have to go and make a full thing about it. Whereas if I like started taking like IRL stream setups and stuff with me, like, I think it would just stress me out. So I don't even know what my main thing is now. Like, the big thing I want to do now is like, I definitely want to go like more down some mainstream business routes. So me and a friend of mine are planning to open a tattoo studio in the next like year. That's one that's on the cards because we're both just enthusiasts. Neither of us would work there, but you know, we have this like
Seapeekay tattoo.
That's it. So we have this really fun, I mean, honestly, that's what everyone memes about this. They always meme that this is my Seapeekay tattoo, and it's just like, it's a fox, it's not my Minecraft skin. So yeah, like there's that stuff, and then, you know, music. I don't ever really.
Yeah, that someone asked me to ask that about. You created or used to make music, or?
Yes, I was in an angry teenager band. When I was a teenager, in my defense.
He's like, I was 30, and
yeah, this was a year ago.
I hate my friends. No, yeah, like I've like played guitar for 15 years now, which is crazy because I say that I got a guitar 15 years ago. I haven't actively played for 15 years. But there was like a time when I really thought like being a guitarist in a band would be like my job. Like I fully thought that's what I'd end up doing.
How wrong you are.
I know. And then like, I don't know, I miss it a lot. So like I recently like I bought a new guitar and like I bought all the stuff I need to like play through my PC so I can start recording some stuff again. And I have no desire for music to be my like job, like at all. Like I actually don't think I'd have it in me to like go out touring and stuff now. Like, you know, I like the comfort of my own bed. And, you know, in terms of like, I can't take like 2 weeks off to go and play shows everywhere. Like I'd want to come home like every night to do it.
Yeah.
But there's lots of fun things in the works. Like I'm pretty sure we tweeted about this, so I don't think it matters that I say it, but I'm going to go do like a little jam sesh with James Marriott and
that'd be cool.
And Jay. I know like Jay goes super well, and like I know James as well. And they were both saying like, you know, I should come down and do like little jam sessions. And so like that's all I need. I just need like a little bit of a music fix, and I'll probably release some music like in the next year or so, but not because I'm like, oh, I really hope you all love this and I hope it goes really far. Like I fully just want to like, I've got like the itch right now, and maybe I'll write like one song and be like, oh well, it's scratched. Cool.
I mean, you had Puffy on a beach, so.
True. Yeah, Puffy on the. Honestly, I actually think that some of my greatest lyrical genius was Puffy on the beach, Puppy on a seat. I think that goes kind of crazy.
And then,
like I actually think I was spitting. And then John F. Kennedy did come in. Yeah. Bit of a fever dream of a stream that one.
And vanished. And just vanished.
The best thing was when Chosen joined and Tubbo was like, "Are you going to be offended if I talk about JFK?" He's like, "I'm not sure."
Depends what you say.
I don't think they've spoken.
No, I think that's what I was like. I think it was his first
interaction.
exposure to Tubbo. So poor man.
Well, I think one of my final questions here is what is a New Year's resolution for 2023 CPK? So you could look back a year from now and be like, oh, I did this. Or maybe I failed this.
Yeah, true. No, I mean, I think it's just more like a generic idea of what I want to do. Like now that it'll be my third stream anniversary on the 6th of January.
Oh.
And almost in exact fashion, I went to Dubai for New Year's and then flew home. And while I was in Dubai, I said to Mitch, I was like, I think I'm going to go home and take streaming like seriously. And like, I'm going to start like a schedule. So the 6th of January, 2020, technically, I was like, I'm going to take this seriously. And I did. And I've been streaming pretty much daily, like ever since then. And, I fly to Dubai for New Year's tomorrow. So,
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's why you're packing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be like back around the 6th. And I'm like, what can I do this time? Like, what can I add to it? So like, I definitely want to stream longer. I think I have no desire to change my stream time. I like being a little UK boy. It's quite nice. It's also relatively uncontested in the Minecraft scene. There's not too many people who stream at the same time as me. So it's nice to see
me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, honestly, it's like you and like, especially if I go like the Vault Hunters stream.
Yeah.
Like I can tell in my own viewership if other people are on without even like pressing tab. But usually like I catch like, I think Iskal's usually live before me. And then me and you are actually super similar, I think. I do 1 till 5 usually. That's like my...
Yeah, I go like 1:32.
Oh, yeah. So...
Which is
I mean,
nice, we have Vault Hunters together and we live right near each other, so it's convenient.
That is true. Have you been on?
No, not the past like weekend because of Christmas, but my goal
it has been Christmas. That is valid.
10.
Oh, okay. Well, there's some fun stuff that's happened on the server, so you'll see. It'll all become obvious. But yeah, I think for me, definitely, like, I really want to push streaming and start doing... my plan is to try and have one scheduled banger stream per week.
Oh.
So no matter like what time that ends up being, like once a week, I have a stream with like friends where we do something cool, rather than it just being like, I'm streaming Minecraft on my own. Come and hang out, guys. So cool.
Like every other day.
Yeah, like, so, you know, it's literally play that same song, Cantina Band. I'm doing the same thing.
Well, I think because like there's no group games right now. Like there really is
that is
content
true.
Right now. It's very like dead and dry.
I really want to revive something.
So much so that people have been going back to Among Us.
Oh, it was never my game, sadly. Like
Us.
in a world of are you in insert names lobby here? And I feel like if you knew the right people, you could be in an Among Us lobby from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Like you'd just be cycling through the lobbies.
I would do like 21-hour Among Us streams.
And like I just got so like when I played so much Among Us, I just started getting like so brash. Like I would just like kill someone in front of someone and be like, they did it. I started to like desensitize. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just like I'm lying. I'm fully lying, and I'm getting good at it.
You became so good at manipulating people, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
This is concerning.
This is alarming how good I am at coming up with a story on the spot.
I did a you should admit, that'd be a banger video. You know, I did a personality test before playing Among Us for 1,000 hours. And you do the personality test again and see
what you end
up.
up.
You're a sociopath now.
So yeah, no, I definitely want to do some like more fun like group stuff. But honestly, like I like what I'm doing right now in general. Yeah. I think as much as I want to do more businessy stuff, like if next year comes out and I've achieved the same things I achieved this year, I'll be pretty content.
Yeah. I do think at the same time though, like obviously you said you kind of want to do more stuff with people. I think there's like a really there's a skill to solo streaming, you know. I think like at one point for me, like I definitely felt it, especially was when the group games kind of dispersed a little bit. I had this like weird bit where I was like, I haven't really done, because I've only been streaming for maybe like 3 years now.
Yeah.
I was almost like I didn't really know how to solo stream. I was like, what do I do when I like if I don't hear someone else's voice? And I'm like kind of found my groove with that now. But I think there's still like it's still good that you still are able to do that successfully, without relying on always having feedback and stuff like that,
I am fully just talking to myself all day, every day.
Yeah, but then I guess people are there for your personality rather than like just how you interact with other people or your friends.
My chat are there purely to verbally abuse me. I don't know if it's just the same in every
like. No, it very much is. I mean, I see other people's streams. They're like, "Oh, you're doing great. That's so sweet," and I just get brutalized in my stream.
You suck.
Especially if I like die in Vault Hunters, which as you know is like a lose everything job.
Like
people are like Lamau, L dance, L. I'm like, why? Well, I'm so sad. I try so hard.
You want them to be like, it's okay, King. Next.
Yeah, like I was playing Valorant recently, and like I was popping off, and I was just like, chat, if you don't start saying like, oh my god, amazing, when I do something cool, I'm gonna get really angry. I'll even give you like the trigger. I'll say like, guys, I just popped off. Then you just say, whoa, so cool. I'll take it. Right? That's all I need.
For compliments.
Please, my fragile ego is shattered.
Oh, actually, I lied. There is one more question I want to ask because I asked Amfrost this, and you're heavily into MCC. Who do you think is the most overrated and most underrated MCC player?
Oh, good God. Overrated. God, maybe underrated's easier first. Underrated, but still like actually starting to get the respect he deserves now is definitely Zeus.
Oh, yeah.
Zeus was like so underrated. Like I think Zeus was always the best of the simmers anyway. But like now Zeus like did some massive like 6-month grind in the downtime between the seasons, and then now like Zeus is in other events too. Like there's another event called Block Wars that we play in, and like he's doing super well in that too. So like Zeus is wild. Like the grind he put in, and it's very reminiscent of like myself, because I actually the reason I started playing to be good at MCC was when Wilbur asked me to be on the team with him, Phil, and Techno. And I was just like, I don't want to be the one that sucks and it's my fault. So I fully just started grinding right then, and that was it. Now like MCC is my entire life. Don't really know how this happened, honestly. So yeah, I think definitely someone like Zeus is probably like hyper underrated, or Gem. I feel like Gem's so really good, like especially with like bows and stuff. And I think it's just kind of like I think if you don't run in and get like 12 kills in Battle Box, like it's like you're not good at the game.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
Who's the most overrated? We spare no feelings here.
No, honestly, I'm legitimately trying to think of the MCC roster.
The best thing is I want to see if you give the same answer as Amfrost, just because then that will really piss that person off.
Did he give one? Did he hesitate?
Yeah, he actually did. No, he did say, yeah.
Did he hesitate though? Or was he like, it's this guy?
No, I think he was just thinking through people, but yeah, he gave a...
He did give an answer.
And now I almost want to like guess who he went for.
No, Carb, I've given up on MCC practice. That's...
I don't even know who would be like overrated. Overrated sounds like such a harsh way to put it. God. I'm literally I'm now sat looking at the MCC general chat to see who is in it, because I'm fully thinking, I'm like, okay, who's does really well but isn't necessarily the honestly it could be me.
No, you're not allowed to say that. That's we're not allowing that answer.
It's a cop out.
Worth a try. It could be Ant. Let me double check. Let me lock in. You know what? I think it's going to be respectful, and I'm going to give my reasoning. Okay. Here it comes. Right. So I don't know if overrated is the correct word, right? Okay. But I'm going to throw 5UP's name in the mix. I'm going to explain why. I think 5UP is a genius. Like, I don't think anyone can argue that 5UP is a genius. And I think 5UP's strats and grinding is amongst the best. But I do not think he is like top 10 mechanically gifted. Therefore, I am going to go and say
you danced around that.
I'm politically answering. I think that 5UP, like as a general, is like super smart, and like his strats are crazy. And I think he actually
so he's smart, but he just can't put it to work, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he clearly can because 5UP does well. But I don't think that 5UP is like a top. But then does that mean that doesn't make him overrated? Then does it really? Because I'm saying he's not overrated. I'm describing.
I think you're saying he's smart and strategies.
I'm almost describing
really
someone underrated.
He's smart, intelligent. He's a handsome, well, fashionable person. But
to be fair, 5UP is drippy. I will say.
Do you want to know who Ant said?
Go on. Who did Ant say?
He said puns.
Real? Oh no, I disagree. I think Puns actually is very good.
He said like Puns could be really good. He goes like when he puts the effort in. He goes, but like Puns has been playing Valorant a lot lately, so he's been getting rusty. But he still thinks he's like S+.
To be fair, I actually just played against Puns and Illumina in a speedrun tournament.
Oh.
And so it was me and Fulham versus Puns and Illumina, and we had to beat them to qualify.
Did you?
And yeah, we won. And I was fully like, I know Puns. I was like, I love Puns, but he will see me at any given situation and he'll be like, I can kill him. And he'll just run at me. And he did that a lot.
Are we getting a James Mario?
No. James Mario?
I thought it was being follow-botted for a second. I was like, this hasn't happened in a long time.
We were just talking about this guy.
Yeah, we were. James, thank you for the raid. What were you guys up to? We're doing
call in the
podcast
Marriotts
with Seapeekay. Is that what you call your viewers, the Marriotts?
The Marriotts.
I'm actually kind of surprised you beat Illumina, by the way, given like he has world record runs.
I mean, the good thing is here, I mean, I had Fulham, and Fulham is a very good speedrunner. But yeah, I fully knew. I was like, Puns will see me, because it was like 2v2 in the same world, and it's the person who hits the dragon last and kills it wins. So I was like, this is great. And I was like, Puns will see me, and he'll just be like, I can kill him. Like, I know he will. I know he will.
Yeah.
And like fully throughout this entire thing, I literally just like kept winning fights.
Oh my! We were looking at Hot Dad. Sorry, that really cracked me up.
Did you look at Dilfs of Disneyland?
Oh. Speaking of speedruns, they were doing a dad TikTok speedrun. Well, thank you for the raid, lovely. Also, thank you for the sub, Druid.
Father TikToks, dude, stop. Jesus Christ.
I almost feel like I need to go and I need to go and double check whether James did like the classic tweet where it was like, tonight we're going to be rating your dads on TikTok.
Yeah, let's see. Actually, that would be amazing. Hold on, I do want to see that.
This is when everybody's dads end up being on the channel. My dad, no.
Everyone's like, so many hot dads.
I would really love if James just like, yeah, your dad is clapped.
No, please, James, do not call my dad clapped.
No, please. My dad's watching.
Tonight on stream, we'll be speedrunning TikTok. You don't want to miss it. I'm thinking we start a new account and try to get mom thirst traps as quick as we can. Yeah, what went wrong that you?
He started liking like mum and dad TikToks and just let the algorithm decide which way it went.
So let's see your dad. Well, James,
chose dads instead.
I thought you were my daddy, bro.
Damn.
Look at a picture of yourself, you know.
Choose my Pokemon. He said daddies.
I gotta be honest. This is not how I saw the night going.
Thirst trap was a dad barking. Well, what? You know, CPK, in case you ever become a father, you know, then you have a different route for content.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, a few years' time, maybe I'll start submitting myself to these.
Dad talks, yeah.
Would you make your child a gamer, a little Minecrafter?
I mean, I wouldn't make them, but I mean, I feel like it's going to be
like sit in front of this PC.
I mean, it depends. Would I make them? No. Would I expose them to video games very early and be like, look how much fun this is, guys? Oh, so cool.
Daddy will love you more if you play this.
Back in my day, I was a gamer.
That might make them hate it. They're like, oh, God.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, no.
See, I feel like
James
my
was
kids
barking back at them. Okay.
Oh, does anyone have a clip of that? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, Mom.
The one James Marriott stream I miss.
Yeah, we missed a good one, man. Why did I have to be live?
At the screen.
Just barked too. Good God.
Jesus, how do we end on that note? Yeah,
I mean, that really is.
That did catch me off guard. So yeah, you won the so did you win the speedrun tournament overall?
Oh yeah. So I don't know what happened, but I like unlocked like a new consciousness, and I just didn't lose a 1v1 like at all somehow. Just kept winning 1v1s against Puns and Illumina.
Were you live for this?
Yeah.
I would love to see Puns' reaction.
Well, true. Actually, I haven't watched Puns' side. The funniest thing was there was a clip. If you like die, you get to keep the items that were like tools.
Okay.
I didn't realize that, so I like set a bed near where Puns was, and I fought him, and like that was the one I lost. And I spawned back near him, forgot that I spawned with the axe that I had, and went and punched him to death. And it looks like super BM. Like I was watching the commentators like POV, and they're like, "Why is he beating him like with his fist? He has an axe." And I'm like, if Puns like saw that happen, he'd be like, "Why is he punching me? Like, why isn't he using the axe?"
Just because he can.
It's mind games, bro. I've
Wait,
ruined his mental.
I've never seen that.
So I did ages and ages ago. Back when like my time was 40 minutes, and I think that was like I was like 107th or something. Now top 100 is like 11 minutes. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
so,
I tried to get into that, and I was like, I just don't have the patience for like to roll a world so many times to have it be ruined on like bad generation of like a portal or something. It's just...
You should do what I just did. My like next YouTube video is I set a bunch of Minecraft records. They have these speedrun categories called extension categories. So I just like set times for fastest to get a stack of lime wool. Fastest filling your inventory. Getting a piece of netherite. The world record is 6 seconds on that. Mine is 8.4. And it's like set seeds. So you just spawn in the same place over and over again. And like the netherite one, you spawn next to a portal. You have to place a piece of obsidian, light it, and then jump into a bastion full of piglins and grab the netherite. And that's it.
Oh, that's
and I spent 3 days just like setting 6 times in 6 different records, and that was super fun. The extensions are really cool. So it's a nice little gateway though, because now I want to speedrun again.
Well, see, I wanted to get a Guinness World Record in Minecraft.
Oh, nice.
Obviously, like a lot of them are hard, so I was like, I want to do like there was one that was like the longest tunnel in Minecraft creative mode. I'm like, okay, I could do that. And it was 400,000 blocks. So then I set the goal to 420,000 blocks.
Of course.
Mind you, you need to pay to be able to apply for a Guinness World Record.
Yeah.
You need to spend $800.
Okay. And then Puffy, I'm gonna put you on something incredible right now. Just tweet them. I have 3 Minecraft world records, and it's because they made them up for me.
They made them up for you?
They didn't exist. They just made some up.
Really?
So I no longer have it, but I had fastest time to build a house. I had fastest time to build a castle. What was the other one? I had 3 in Minecraft and 1. I have 1 Mario Kart one as well. So exciting. And then they actually have. Wait, hold on. I think I actually have it to hand, not the record, but something as cool. And then I'll let you kick me off. Hold on.
It's like your car. Look what you don't have. It's one of these amazing.
Well, also the fact that I paid $800 for it. But also my thing is, if I tweet it, won't people then be like, haha, I'm gonna do that, and just shit on it immediately?
Well, I guess it depends on. Oh no, but yeah, even if someone beats it, you still get the thing of like, you did it. You know, you had it, right? Because that's what Seapeekay just said. You just said that he doesn't have it anymore, but like he got, he had it for a bit. Pretty much any world record you do, if it's somewhat possible, someone's probably going to try and beat it the moment you do it. That's just the internet.
So I don't know where I'm just gonna find myself. So the first time I ever worked with Guinness World Records was because they slapped me in the gaming book, baby. Look at this guy.
Oh my god.
Look at this guy holding his award.
Good
and
god.
Then I
said, man spreading and everything in that, man.
I said I didn't have them to hand, but what's this? That's crazy. You'll appreciate this.
See that time 20 seconds.
Yeah, so the best thing was, because it was a new record, they still have a time that you have to beat. They're like, oh, you have to beat it in like X amount of minutes. So I had to build a castle in less than 6. I did 3. You get 3 tries to beat it. I did 3 attempts. 4:20 was actually my middle time.
Oh.
The fastest I got was 4 minutes and 4 seconds, and I was like, "Can I submit the 4:20?" Just because
it's still been good too.
True. Actually, I didn't even think about that. 4:20 is funnier though. I was like, "Can I submit 4:20?" And they were like, you can, but it'll just get beaten. And I'm like, it's okay. And then I have this one, or this one actually doesn't have the time on.
So you didn't have to pay for those?
No, they invited me down. I was on the Guinness World Record live stream.
Right.
So it's doable. And they work with Jack Massey Welsh all the time. So you know, they're definitely keen.
Man
so
flex and humbled me real quick. Well, I got humbled anyways, because I paid the $800 for it. Spoiler alert. And then I was gonna go set the goal for the 420,000. As I'm doing it on the stream, my viewers are like, "Puffy, no, I think you have it wrong. It's 600,000." I was like, "Nah." I'm like, I literally checked like 2 days ago, and in the email it says 400,000. Someone who did it like 2 months before finally decided to upload the run a couple days before I did mine and did 600,000. And the way they did it was just spamming commands. So I was like, wow. So
that's so dumb though.
Yeah, I feel like that has to be like all the ones I have say with a specific set of rules. They're the ones you want to find.
Yeah.
Well, no, it has a specific set of rules, but technically because like I guess commands are a part of the game and command blocks. Like they literally just spam the same command in their chat over and over and over and over for like hours. But now I have to kind of do it because I spent $800 on it. Yeah,
100%. I mean, just say you want to set the longest one with 2 people. And then
and then you could do it.
Just,
we can get another one.
I'll just sit there for the 77 hours it'll take us to mine.
Well, see, but I would just do it lame anyways. We were just gonna do it then through command blocks.
Oh, true. Yeah, of course.
That's what I mean.
We now know that the easiest way to do it.
I'm not gonna use my hands when this man's just gonna use command.
That's something absolutely ridiculous. Like the current record 600k is like 9.5 million. You're like, go on. Beat me.
Yeah, you'll be
Spend
there
your
for like
time.
a week, but...
So yeah, that was my sad story to end off on. But thank you for humbling me with your multiple Guinness World Record plaques that you didn't pay for.
Sorry, I got you. I mean, they were all beaten the day they went in the book, so.
But you still have the thing, and that's what matters. That's all that matters. Because no one's gonna actually like look into it.
No, true. I could just say this is still mine. Who's gonna look it up? Exactly. Actually, guys, they're still my records. I was just lying about someone beating them.
We were just joking.
It was just like a lie.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Second to last episode, and thank you for making the time because I know you have to travel tomorrow. So, and I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. That was fun.
That's all good. I'm lucky enough to now get to go and watch the second half of what will be a horrible Man United game. So can't wait. How exciting!
Well, have a lovely rest of your night. Thank you for coming on.